the reading challenge, motivation and creativity in reading lessons. And perhaps maybe I could start by telling you a little bit about myself before I go into my sessions, and you know where I'm coming from and why I'm doing this talk. I was here, in fact, last year as well at TESOL France, and I really enjoyed it. I am a teacher and teacher educator from Athens, Greece, and I live in Athens and work in Athens, Greece on various courses. But I also work with teachers from other countries. I'll just talk about myself. I haven't really started properly. And I do various courses, and I train teachers on CELTA courses and Delta courses and young learners courses, and I do language development for teachers. So I do quite a lot of teacher training. That's my main job. And as a result of that, I do get to observe a lot of teachers. But I also have taught extensively, of course, in the past. And one of the things that has always struck me in the lessons that I watch is the amount or lack of motivation in students when reading is not motivating. Sure, they do it because they can't do otherwise. They're in a class, there's a teacher. As Ceci told us earlier, there's so much choice you can give your teachers. There is some point past which you have to get them to do what you've got, they've got to do. You're the boss, all right? No matter how much you want to be a democratic teacher, there are some things that you have designed and you want them to do, and they will do them, but perhaps not in a motivated way. And my concern is not so much that they're not reading in a motivated way. My concern is that when they go away from an unmotivated reading lesson, the language that is attached to the text has also slipped away, along with the lack of memory of an unmotivating text. Because there's no other reason in a language lesson to teach reading or listening, apart from developing the skills, we're teaching language. And if language is unmemorable, it is forgotten. And so there is no language acquisition, because language has nowhere to hold on to. Yeah? So the reason I thought it would be a good idea to talk about this was to give you some suggestions, as many as I have learned, and as I'm learning as I go on, because to be quite honest with you, quite a lot of ideas are generated by the stimulation of having to present this talk to you. Ideas generation brings more ideas, yeah? So I'll begin with something, and I want a little experiment. And this is the title that I decided to have. Okay, who knows what I mean? Who knows what death means? Who knows what PowerPoint means? Who knows what the combination means? Okay? So who doesn't know? Can you sit next to someone who does know what it means? And can you explain to someone who doesn't know what death by PowerPoint means? Very quickly. Come on, it's anyway. The room is empty. Get hot and sweaty. Sit next to someone. Yeah? Have you learned what it is?
I think so.
Okay, cool. So the meaning of this text was a mystery to some of you. It was an impenetrable mystery because you did not have the background knowledge, the kind of, experience of what it is. Of course, you are going to experience death by PowerPoint now that we have explained to you what it is, because by nature of what the session is, it's reading, it involves quite a few slides. But I'm hoping it's not going to be actually lethally injected into your system, because I'm not just going to read my slides aloud, which is what death by PowerPoint is, but I'm going to use the slides in the talk. So you're going to leave half alive. Okay? hope you'll be able to crawl out of here. I want to begin with a little experiment. I want you to sit next to someone if you're not already paired off. Would you mind joining someone and talking to them? Don't be a lonely cowboy. Yeah, you're talking, you're next to someone, you're next to someone, you're next to someone, you're talking to people. There's a gentleman who's on his own there. Perhaps if you could join them. Yeah, all right, okay, a trio. Wonderful. I'm going to reveal a very small story to you step by step. And I want you to interpret it as we go along. And I want you to, I'm going to begin with the first sentence, just to give you a little prompt, if you like, in the right direction. But then I'm just going to leave you very much on your own to discuss what's happened. And this is the first slide. Yeah? Okay. Now I want you to discuss with each other, who do you think sat down on the chair? What do you think that chair was? What did that chair look like? And why did they sit down? What were they about to do? Ta-da!
Who's the eye? God.
I just sat down. It was inventing with Marissa. Brilliant. All right. What did the chair look like? Red chair. I think it's a team.
Next slide coming up. Ting-a-ling-a-ling.
Or somebody who's using the type of chair. Could be nice. Smiling.
So, okay, next one.
Electric chair.
Keep talking to each other.
Either that or it's something else completely different that you won't talk about.
Doesn't matter. You're a big boys and girls. As long as you don't hit each other because you're being rude to each other, keep talking.
Yes, it's one of the two. It's either Itty Days or electric chair. Perhaps both.
Yeah? So what kind of place are you thinking? What kind of places are you thinking that far? Have you changed your mind at all? How many times?
No, we haven't seen that.
3 or 4. Okay. Let's see if you will change your mind now.
Totally fits in with ours.
You're totally embedded, entrenched in your scenario, which is
It's very kinky.
very kinky. Well, not involved. There was a group here that was saying we're getting really rude. Are you thinking of sadomasochistic practices? They are thinking of sadomasochistic practices. No, that's on video too. Oh, right. So he tried to move but couldn't. All right. Well, maybe. Let's see what happens next. Now, what do you think?
So the huge
I
Still think it's electric chair.
You think it's electric chair?
Or SM.
Is it SM? Is it SM now? Is it still SM in your mind?
It could be.
Could be.
The
The
doctor could be
on the sidelines. Oh, darling, how much pain can you take?
I'm the doctor.
Not electric chair, he doesn't mind about the
Okay. Alright, I'm running through this quite quickly because I don't want to spend too long on this. Right, now that one is something that I want you to pay attention to. I felt the chair jerk. So, what do you think? She's still the same case? Yeah? No? Where could it be? Carnival? Merry-go-round? Okay. Is it an electric chair? Is it an action? Yeah. Or is he just putting a brave face to it? I don't know. Maybe he is. Is he being sarcastic to his executioner? I don't know. Whoa, so that's another chair.